My fault, Brody.
That's all right. Trap phone.
Trap phone, podcast phone, family phone. Motherfucker. This phone do it all.
Man of many talents. Darien's going old school with the whiskey today.
Big facts. It's mainly because I was drinking whiskey before I came here, so that's.
You cooked today?
No, I'm pretty sure wifey gonna cook.
Okay.
And
Can she cook?
Yeah, she can cook, nigga.
You always but you always cook. See how you take everything defensively?
Nah, yeah.
Is it because we ended the last episode at a what'd you tell me when I sent you the clip? You said, "Why are you so violent early in the morning?" Because I was like, "We arguing next time." Fuck it, you want to just kick it off?
Fuck it. Let's get it motherfucking popping.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I am what I am, and I'm going to be the very best of what I am. And for those who don't like me confidentially, I don't give a damn. I'd like to thank you for letting me be myself.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the crib. It's episode 56.
I lost count, bro. I stopped counting.
Cheat sheet. I just updated it because I knew I was going to call out the wrong shit if I didn't update it.
Facts.
But I am Rahmonn.
I am Darien.
And we have a guest in the building. Again, you guys asked for another woman on the podcast because the three women that listen, if you look at our demographics, it's like male. The slider's way over here, and it's like female. It's like down here.
Facts.
So we're trying to diversify, and we wanted another opinion. So in the house, we have Jenn today.
Hey.
Jenn and I go way back. We work together, work for each other at different parts. And just another person I consider a good friend. Brilliant mind, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That,
no.
like...
Brilliant mind. On the low, an amazing vocalist.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to make you sing on the podcast. Maybe the next episode.
I would need that shot. Or
And you did a podcast of your own for a while that I
Yeah.
loved. So we're glad to have you in the building. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What are you grateful for?
Oh, man, I feel like everybody does like the default. I'm grateful I woke up today, life joint.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I have to do that.
You don't have
right? But I don't know. I'm going to keep my shit simple. Like, I'm grateful for like elastic and stretchy skinny jeans.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
I may not be sitting here if they didn't stretch right now.
Okay,
So,
fair enough.
And like that I don't have to pump my own gas in Jersey.
Did you stop and get gas here in Delaware?
I won't.
Okay. Did you plan for the trip so that you won't need gas until you cross back over the bridge?
Absolutely.
I used to do that when I first started because the gas used to be cheaper in Jersey. It's not anymore.
No.
So I used to plan when I would take my trips back home that I would get gas like once I got over the bridge and stop at the first rest stop.
Shit.
Now it's so second nature to me. I don't really give a shit about pumping my own gas.
Yeah.
I think is that the only state left?
It's the only state, I think.
Yeah, I don't know no other states.
And it's like a law or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fucking weird ass law. But hey.
It's crippling when you leave the state and you've never left the state. Like the first time I took a long trip, and I'm just sitting out there waiting like, damn, they must have an employee shortage. Ain't nobody come out here yet.
Motherfuckers raised in Jersey don't know how to pump gas. Y'all
don't.
Y'all come out. All right, how the fuck you use this handle, motherfucker?
And you push the thing and it's like click, and then it's like come in this inside to pay. Like I don't need anything out of this. I can't pay right here. The fuck is this?
Oh shit!
Nobody's gonna clean my fucking windows for me while I get my gas filled.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
That's luxury like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never experienced that.
What are you grateful for, sir?
I am grateful for my queen. I'm grateful for my wife. Like she consistently is she's something that basically makes me better in everything that I do. Like she doesn't hold back. She's gonna let me know if I'm being a dick. She's gonna let me know if I should think of something in a different way. Like she's not just gonna go about it and just let it be. And that's something that I feel like everybody needs in their life. Somebody who gonna give you that tit for tat, but does it out of love. instead of
Yeah. No, I'm grateful for the example of getting to see you guys' relationship. I know I've said it before, but like, it's just dope to see. You watch it on TV and it makes it look all perfect, and they work hard at it. But these motherfuckers love each other. That shit is fucking. What's the thing we used to say? I want to. You heard it in songs. It's always in song. There's like, well, I don't think anybody says I want to Will and Jay to love anymore.
Nah,
but
yeah. No.
Whitley and Dwayne.
Who?
Whitley and Dwayne.
Oh, yeah,
Different
yeah,
world.
yeah.
I was trying to
Whitley
think,
and
but people did used to say I want to Will and Jay to love, but probably not so much anymore.
Nah, yeah, they used to. J.
Yeah.
Cole had a bar. Said one day Jada and that Will love. I think he reneged that.
Did you ever watch that Chris Rock special?
Yeah.
Okay, did you watch it?
The newest joint?
Yeah, the Selective Outrage.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I mean, I think he addressed it.
He did.
Like in a very good way. I think he did.
I didn't realize he was going to go in the way he did at the end. Because when he first addressed it, I'm like, oh, look at him taking the high road. He said something about it, and he's going to move past it. And then he started going in.
Yeah.
The one point he made that I thought was interesting is like, when he's like, we all been cheated on, but ain't none of us been interviewed by the person that cheated on us.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Shit is crazy.
On the fucking internet, like, for everybody to see. And it's not going nowhere. Like,
It is kind of crazy.
Can you imagine? So how did you feel when you first found out that I deep-throated your cousin? Like, how do you sit there?
Hold the fuck up.
How do you sit there?
I got angry for half a second, though.
Right?
I don't know how the fuck that's going to work.
We gonna cut the mic. I'm out of it.
Yeah, I'm done with that shit.
Yo, but there's weirdos out there that like shit like that.
Yeah.
Which part? The being interviewed or?
The being interviewed, the speaking that explicitly with their partner about some real awkward shit. Like, they live for that shit. I feel like there's people out there. Like, there's a whole audience for that shit.
Yeah.
Without getting, fuck it. I was gonna say without getting too personal. I am. You've been cheated on before, right?
Yeah.
Did you ask for details?
Simple details, like who it was or stuff like that. Like, but not.
What did you do?
No, I don't want to know what. Yeah.
Ramon out here. You
I don't want to. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't want to know all of that.
Know everything that happened.
It's funny. I've asked questions in those scenarios and immediately regretted answering the questions, but I needed to know the answer to the question.
Yeah.
I don't want to ask no question that I'm going to regret the answer to.
Yeah, that's how I usually felt afterward. But
I shouldn't ask that shit.
Yeah. You know, the first thing I ordered from, if you haven't, WTC merch, the first thing I ordered was the "You're Too Damn Curious" t-shirt or hat.
We got them all, so check it.
I ordered the t-shirt. Yeah, I had to know. So we want to keep up with trends, right? And since you're a guest here, I'm going to do something that I've been seeing on the internet. And I have one question I was going to ask you. And we're going to come back to... Actually, I'm going to ask you that question. So I text Jen the other night because she posts selfies. At one point, your motto was reinvent the selfie, right? And I text Jen and I said, yo, why you posting thirst traps on the internet? And then she tried to be all coy and shit. What do you mean?
It wasn't. I still stand by. It was not a thirst trap.
Bruh, it was a thirst trap.
I'm about to show him the picture.
I'm not going to show him the picture because I don't want his wife to punch me in the face.
Oh, yeah.
I love you, Tanisha. But it was thirst trappy. It wasn't like scandalous or like inappropriate. But it was like, dare I say, like bedroom eyes in the picture and shit.
These are my eyes.
So, what was your response? Tell the audience what your response was. I thought it was very fascinating.
Damn, I don't remember.
Unfortunately, my phone is the camera,
It's
so
okay.
I can't pull it
Wait,
up. But
I'm trying to think.
So you said define thirst trap, and I went online and gave you the definition of thirst trap, a picture that is meant to be enticing, and then you said, "Isn't that the point of every picture?"
Yeah.
And then
absolutely, I did say that.
And you said, it's not my fault if it's thirst trappy because it's me.
Right. It's
the confidence, I was like, bravo.
No, I said that if someone is effortlessly sexy.
That's what it was. Effortlessly sexy.
Wouldn't every picture be a thirst trap?
Not really.
No?
It all depends on poses and...
But that's the crazy part about the picture. I am going to show you the picture off camera where your wife can't see me show it to you.
Nigga, she gonna know.
You just told her what you was gonna do, like the whole plan.
She don't know what happened when you heard beep through that 32 seconds of audio.
Shit.
No, all jokes aside, it wasn't like anything raunchy. It was a classy picture. There's a little shoulder in the picture, right? Like you have a little shoulder right now.
I had a tank top on.
Yeah. It was a classy picture, but it was thirst trappy.
I don't know, man. I think it's how you receive it.
Effortlessly sexy. That might be the title of this episode. This is definitely my favorite tequila. All right, so we'll move past that. One of these conversations I'm dying to get at you more than the other one, but I'm going to save my enthusiasm. So I'm going to mix them up. And to keep up with the times, we're all about pop culture here at Warm the Crib. I'm going to let you pick. Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. And that doesn't mean we're not going to talk about that one later. May I have the card, please? Today's topic on Warm the Crib is, why do women deal with ain't shit niggas?
Yo, is it too late to cancel?
In full disclosure, like every guest, I have a consultation and say, is there anything you don't want to talk about? I gave you the opportunity to take anything off the table, and you said, I'm an open book. So,
I mean,
I'm going to give you a scenario from my past.
Okay.
Other than the sometimes seemingly the way Darien cuts up the clips that makes me look toxic.
It's the time to be perfect.
It is. That shit about the hungry hippos really bothered me. Like
that shit,
afterwards.
and I got that motherfucker on standby.
Bro, I know. But it was like, I don't know if you watched last week yet, so I don't want to spoil it for you. But anyway, so I'm not a perfect human being, but I think above all, I'm a good guy. Right? You don't have to agree. I don't know what that was, man. I'm a good guy.
That was a if you say so.
I know. She's like, I'm not sure. I'll let you know in the next 30 minutes. And so I was dating this girl, and she would say things like, she introduced me to her daughter, and she said, my daughter.
Something outside.
It's windy as fuck outside.
Is that rain?
It's probably the thunderstorm you were talking about. Yeah. She said, my daughter never warms up to anybody like that. And I feel like kids and dogs have a great sense of human beings, right? Mm-hmm. Nobody makes the effort you make. But she liked this other guy. We were just talking. We weren't like in a relationship. And I really like this girl. And to this day, I'm not sure if I really like the chase as much as I really like this girl. Just don't shake your head at me. It's too early for that shit. But she continued to deal with the person that wanted her to be a different person. Like, I liked her the way she was, as she was. And she would tell me stuff that he really wanted her to be this way and change this thing about her. And I think this dude had a job. In that scenario, when I thought of the question, I'm talking about dudes that don't fucking work and don't provide anything. And I don't mean you have to work, but just aren't doing anything to uplift you guys as a couple. And then there's a good dude out there, like myself. What is the attraction to the ain't shit dude? Wish you had got that drink, didn't you?
Right? I'm like, we don't got no intermission. So I think, in my experience, it has everything to do with what that woman is dealing with internally.
Okay.
So it had nothing to do with a choice between one man and the other man. It had everything to do with how she was looking and what she felt she deserved inside.
She deserved somebody who wasn't shit.
Yeah. You don't know how somebody really feels about themselves.
I hate when you motherfuckers make me look bad.
I don't even know what the fuck to say.
I know, but let me ask you this question. If you, like, I know when I'm feeling down on myself, I want to be around somebody positive and uplifting. I don't want to go find somebody that is as miserable or worse off than I am.
Yeah.
The only thing I could kind of relate it to is when you're in a sad mood, so you want to listen to sad music.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you're angry, you want to listen to angry music. You don't choose to listen to the same music that's opposite of how you're feeling. You want to kind of, for me, I want to work through the emotion, and that's the way I work through the emotion is listen to something that's in the same mood I am. But as far as person and companionship, I want to be around somebody who's going to be uplifting when I'm feeling down. Now, I've recently thought to myself, so I do these affirmations every morning, and one of my affirmations is, I'm worthy of the complete package.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I don't know if it was like a something in me maybe thought that I wasn't before. Like I look back at choices I've made and I was like, this is good enough, or this is good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I don't get these other things, but that's okay because maybe this is all I deserve. And I've wondered if I thought when I make that therapy appointment, if that's going to come up, that there's a time where I thought I was only worthy of a certain amount and never would look further past that. So is it like that?
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Expound, like embellish a little bit though, because have you ever been in that scenario where there was this great dude standing in front of you?
I do that shit all the time.
Oh.
And it's because I realize, so I'm a really like a fan of alliteration.
Okay.
But I realize it's a system of self-sabotage.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like I'll deal with a situation or whatever, and it's just because like just how you explained, like that was the level that you thought you deserved at the time. You know, that you were willing to deal with it because that was the best you could do. Like, in a way.
I'm searching my mind because I'm thinking of like, we've had conversations and you know, I put you on a pretty high pedestal. You don't have yourself on that same high pedestal?
I can't believe this bitch does that.
Yeah. You don't, do you? And if you can tell me when I get too personal, you can be like, shut the fuck up. We should have a safe word. Pineapples. You said you do it all the time. So do you still feel that way?
I did it all the time. Like more recently, like I've just really been on a self-discovery, you know, where it's like I really have to realize that I deserve more. You know, like I just deserve more. Cause I feel that I always give, you know, 100%.
Okay.
So I shouldn't take any less than that.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
But
it's
okay.
No, go ahead.
No, I just, but that took a long time for me to get there.
You're uncharacteristically quiet.
No, I was waiting for y'all to finish, but I was about to ask, do y'all think it also has something to do with like a comfortability factor? Like the fact that she's grown to this person, regardless of the type of person he is, she just became comfortable with him, and being as though with you it would be starting over. A lot of people don't like to start over.
Do you see me getting my feelings over here?
I can see you slowly but surely.
You see the blood trickling down my throat because I'm biting my tongue.
That makes sense.
Like some people just would rather deal with the bullshit or try to figure it out than start over.
I've done that too.
It'd be extreme, but I'm talking about not like your shit where you don't always put your fucking clothes in the hamper. All right. You can deal with that shit.
You gonna keep bringing that shit up?
I am. You do better. I'm your brother. I'm gonna uplift you. Plus, your wife paid me to help you get the clothes in the hamper. But it be some extreme shit. Like, I never forget, I've told this story here before, but just a girl whose partner, the father of her children, didn't think he should have to stay home on a Sunday to babysit their kids. And this girl dealt with that. And now I get how sometimes you'll accept certain things because you have children with a person, right? You're trying to make it work.
I'm not gonna accept you being upset that you gotta be with your fucking kids, though. That's a different.
Do you babysit your own kids?
That's what I said.
No,
Like,
you cannot.
You're not fucking babysitting your kids.
Yeah, you mean you
just
raise
with your
them?
kids.
Unless somebody didn't tell you it was your kid and they just asked you, could you watch my son?
Right. Sorry, you got to raise your kids.
It's your son few, motherfucker.
Yeah, but do you think that's a common problem as a woman, that women don't understand their worth? And I think we do it too. I just sat here and said it, but because I feel like I've seen it so often, and not just in first person view, but like in a lot of just watching other relationships where just this woman is a queen here, whomever this woman is, and she's dealing with this dude's bullshit. Why? I remember my mother
Might be slanging. You never know, motherfucker. It could be different
That
things.
happens.
Yeah.
It's so many things.
Oh, that was another question we had. Do women stay in relationships because the sex is good beyond the rest of the relationship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. For sure.
What's the longest? Not the longest.
Wait.
Pause.
Clarify the question, please.
What is the longest you've endured a relationship that was just because you enjoyed the physical part of it?
Oh,
I realized where that led to that.
what's the longest you pause?
It was probably like 2 years, 2.5 years, maybe.
That's not unreasonable.
Nigga,
That's a long time.
that's long.
2 years for some good loving?
Yeah, that's long. And you not getting nothing else that you need or deserve? Yeah, that's fucking long.
Emotionally starving.
Like,
Like,
you emotionally fucked up, but you satisfied, motherfucker.
2 years goes by quick.
You can get them rocks and go to sleep, motherfucker. Mm-mm.
They'd be like, I can't stand this bitch.
Oh,
get a good night's sleep. 2
That's
years.
all you get, motherfucker.
No, so this interests me, right? So it's all about understanding self-worth, right?
yeah. That's a reflection of everything that you do.
Do you think guys do it as much as women do?
What?
From your observation? Like they'll deal with a chick who ain't shit longer than they should, that's
I think
not on their level.
I think that does happen often. I think people don't talk about it.
Mm.
Why though? See, we can't ask Darien because Darien's wife was
Motherfucker,
Darien's
first of
wife was
all-
hand carved for him by God at birth.
And
I
just
know,
wait.
that's
No,
a running-
we fucking
that's a
build
under-
on this
that's-
shit, bro.
That's literally the
Like-
undercurrent of every episode.
It is. It is.
So-
No, I joke and tease about it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Being honest, I used to hate on it a little bit. I'm being honest. I used to hate on it.
Come
Like,
on.
jealousy,
It's
right?
like, bro, I'm used to it.
I'm like, I want
motherfucker.
that shit.
I got a lot
Hating
of friends
us,
that don't got it, so I know.
No, it's true.
But then I was like, that's dope.
that
I
shit,
want the whole package too.
it's almost like that shit don't even happen no more.
What?
Like it's an anomaly. Like their relationship is an anomaly now.
Yo,
Like,
feel
it's the
like we
same-
a dying breed, motherfucker.
You are. You are.
Nobody,
It's like
'cause nobody
it's like-
works for it no more.
Right.
They think it's just supposed to be like perfect relationship. No,
Yeah.
like it's never gonna just be perfect. You gotta work at that shit. You gotta want it. Y'all gotta basically come to an understanding, and we do that. Even though she cusses my ass out sometimes,
That sweet woman that sat across from me.
nigga. When I piss her off, it is over.
You should go live on the YouTube one time. Next time you piss her off.
No,
Nah,
no,
not
she
going
gonna
there.
divorce my ass.
We don't want that. We don't want that. I'd hate to see that person you turn into with the loss of your soulmate.
Oh shit.
Yeah, nope.
I'm straight video call your ass. look what you made happen. I done went live. Nah, it's over. I'm gonna blame that shit on you.
I'll take the blame for you. I'll lay on the grenade so you can escape.
Oh shit.
What typically is the breaking point that makes you go, "Oh shit, I deserve better"? Or what's been the breaking point for you? Or like when you just in discussion with your other women friends, like what typically do you see is there? It's like, oh shit, I deserve better.
It's like you do hit like a rock bottom, like a sheer unhappiness moment where you're just like, this shit ain't for me.
Okay.
You know, you may not even fully understand it, but you know that you're so unhappy that something has to change. Yeah.
I just be so amazed. Like, there's been times, like, I have a rating for myself from 1 to 10. I'm not going to share it. It's an 8.5. Right? But there was times when I didn't think I was an 8.5. What? You got a problem with my 8.5?
Nigga, you can have your 8.5.
You turned around and got all comfortable.
I have
with
a
it.
whole problem. That's what you rate yourself out of 10?
Yeah. I'm being
I have
modest.
a whole problem with that.
What's your problem?
I have a whole problem with the rating system, period. And y'all men love doing that. Like, oh, she's a 6, she's a 7.
Yeah,
She'd be an 8 if she was this.
In my head, I'm trying to justify. Well, if you think about it, we're raised on sports. We're raised on sports, and that's nothing but stats. So you know,
except that it's very relative.
It is. Everybody, what might be.
So y'all are never gonna be on the same scale.
Yeah, nobody's scale is the same.
Right.
I agree.
So that's why to me it doesn't even make sense.
You might think you an 8. Somebody probably think you a 3.5. Nigga. You don't know.
Damn.
I'm just saying.
I was like, he went pretty far down.
First of all, it's an 8.5 as being no, because I'm at a point now. I'm super comfortable with who I am, whatever the number is. Right? Mm-hmm. If somebody thinks I'm a 3, that's great. That's probably the best 3 they'll ever fucking have. Mm-hmm. I'm just really comfortable with who I am. It took a lot of time to get to.
That's what it's about, being comfortable with who you are.
Yeah.
So there's been times where I've been with women who I at the time deemed to be a 9 or above. Mm-hmm. And I wondered, holy shit, how did I achieve this miracle? Mm-hmm. Right? And I think of what I bring to the table or brought to the table in those instances. And then look at some of the people that they dated before or even dated after. And like, why the fuck would you downgrade? Mm-hmm. Or in the scenario that I gave, why are you putting all your energy into this dude who's a 1 by anybody's fucking standards? And pass up this fucking 9.5, 9.75.
You just went up, nigga?
Yeah.
Nigga increased the number.
I told you I was being humble when I first did it. I feel like you're holding back because you're giving me short political answers.
Am I?
Like we were trained in our previous career. During the time you're in a relationship with one of these 5 belows, we'll just call 5 below. One of these 5 belows.
That's where you gonna be. I'm sorry.
When you're in a relationship with one of these 5 belows, do you know it right away?
No.
You really don't? Because I be seeing like, here's this woman, this goddess almost. Mm-hmm. And she's with Oscar the fucking Grouch. Is that the one that comes out the garbage can? Sesame Street? Yeah. She's with this nigga that lives in a garbage can. If it weren't for her, this nigga would be living in his garbage can. And here she is like a goddess. Mm-hmm. She don't see the fucking disparity?
It's because women overlook shit that men don't overlook.
Give me for instance.
Like a woman might stay with a man for a very long time, you know, who has a little penis.
Okay.
And
I'm in there.
Inchworm.
I'm sorry. But like a guy, and she may not be particularly attracted to that, but because he's a good person and whatever, like whatever her reasoning is, she accepts that about him.
Okay. It's interesting that you jumped to penis first.
I don't know, because
that's a deal breaker for some people. That's probably why she went there first. Yeah, nigga, that nigga, he whip it out.
No,
He's excited.
He
got one of these.
That is true.
Oscar don't live in that can.
Like,
that's what's covering his dick.
But like, you know, so maybe she doesn't really enjoy sex that much.
Okay.
A lot of guys ain't sacrificing that. Like, you not staying mad years with somebody you're not having great sex with.
Yeah, I would never.
But I'm just saying,
It's happened.
It happened. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I feel like most men would cut out of that real quick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the other things?
The other thing.
What like other things?
Other things
Like dude has no ambition.
oh yeah. I mean,
Darien's gonna yell at me for asking you this question, but do you or other women, do you just like projects?
oh
I ain't gonna lie to you
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Because you always be like, hey, you go with this project shit.
I
No,
mean,
I've been there too. I've been there with like the potential.
yep.
The
That's- I said
potential
that time.
dude.
They-
The
that
dude who got potential.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, did he have potential like my man in Why Did I Get Married? Was that the movie? The one that was based on the Steve Harvey book with Kevin Hart in it.
Oh yeah.
And the dude started the
I think
food
so.
truck.
That's probably Why Did I Get Married. I don't
No,
know.
that was
That was
the one with
Nigga, I
Janet
don't
Jackson
know.
and Jill Scott.
I don't think I saw that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man.
Oh.
Oh yeah. The white.
So did he
boy.
have potential
Okay.
like him? Oh, that's right. I forgot about the white dude too.
Was that
I was
him?
thinking about the movie that all the women had read Steve Harvey's book, and they
Mhm.
started changing up on their dudes. And you
Yeah,
had,
that- it was
who's the
Think Like a-
light skinned dude that all y'all like with the curly hair and the light eyes?
I don't know his
He
name.
played on Takers.
He was on Barbershop.
Yep, that
Yeah.
too. Is it Michael Ealy?
Yeah.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Something
I
like
think
that.
so. Yeah, I think that's him.
But anyway, he was like she was like the millionaire almost, and he was just like going job to job to job.
Yeah.
And
And
she
she tried to
took
be a chef or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he got the food truck. Okay, I remember
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
is it on the level of like they were close, or they just sat around and was like, yo, one day I'm gonna do this thing? Jen's holding back on this. Don't you feel it?
I mean, it's like, so I'm from Patterson, so like everybody's a rapper.
I know where you're going with this.
So it's like, he had, I guess, aspirations.
Okay. Was he any good?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
I can hear his music on SoundCloud.
it's probably old. I'm going back.
Okay.
We're talking like 2000.
Okay.
But I don't even think SoundCloud existed back then.
Maybe not yet.
No, I don't
Yeah.
think so. So it would probably be YouTube.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was like, oh, I stayed around. I even helped out with music stuff and things like that.
You
But
did a couple hooks.
yeah,
Did
I
you
actually
really?
did.
Oh, I'm definitely looking this shit up later.
I actually did.
Okay.
And
You paid for studio time.
yeah,
Okay.
I paid for us to go to, not to the Source Awards, but go to Miami because the Source Awards was there,
Oh wow.
so they could promote. Because it was him and his brother.
Is that when you found out that you hated Busta Rhymes?
Oh, I told you that story.
You told it on your podcast.
Yeah. I would tell it on my podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember half of my podcast, to be honest. But yeah, fuck Busta Rhymes. But
Hey, Bus, we don't agree with these views. Okay, we don't want no problems, cuz.
Oh shit.
we could go in on that bottle incident too. Like,
So, how long? What was the duration of this? Like, did he pour into himself as much as you poured into him?
no, I was all the effort.
Okay.
And then after a while, I just started to burn out. I was like, now I got no money. Like, it's just, you just get weary of it. And there's one day you just come to a realization that,
Now, do you ever, and again, you can use a safe word, do you ever, looking back, there's the thunder, see that while you were dating one of these projects, that somebody more compatible with you let pass by?
yeah.
Often?
No, because often I'm not like, I'm super focused on the relationship I'm on. So
Okay.
to notice that, to even notice that,
Okay.
But I did it a lot when I was younger.
Okay.
But yeah.
And now you're good though. Now you know your worth. And
I'm hyper aware.
hyper aware. I like
that.
Would you approach a guy that you're interested in?
No.
That's funny. I know the answer to that.
I won't.
You sure?
Like I won't. So like.
Not even in BBM.
I mean, in BBM.
All right, I'll tell you off. You look so fascinated.
I'm trying.
I'll tell you later.
I will probably have to be under the influence.
It was early in the day. Never mind. I'll tell you later. Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I won't go there. Here.
Okay. Okay.
But you're not today, would you?
I'm not. No, I'm just not an aggressive person. Like
you're an aggressive salesperson.
I had to fight brokenness.
Okay. But you were part of the Brook team before I got there, and that's like a legendary fucking team.
I mean, I made Top Gun.
You had to beat Nas and Juan and who else was part of that team? Melissa. Because I remember I thought I'm getting handed this fucking team, and then y'all all scattered after Hank got promoted. And shit. I had to build my own one.
God damn. Yeah.
So I forgot the question.
I was just saying, like, so now you're not above reaching out, taking the first step.
I still gotta know there's some interest there. Okay. Like I have to know. Like I don't do rejection. Okay. So like if and a lot of women don't. That's a lot of women's reason why they're not aggressive.
I feel like, see, it's so funny and this is why this is such a fascinating conversation, right? I feel like we get rejected the worst. Mm-hmm. Especially when you're younger. Margarita Torres broke up with me because her friend said I wasn't cute enough for her. That was...
Damn.
Yo, that's like the first thing you should tell your therapist.
Huh?
You should tell a therapist.
Because I still remember that shit from fucking high school.
For sure.
Sheesh.
Yeah, well, it might have been a little karma because I had sex for the first time, then I broke up with the girl. I lost my virginity. We lost our virginity to each other. And I guess I thought I just needed sex the one time and we were good. And so I broke up with her, but because I wanted to date this other girl. Mm-hmm. So I broke up with her.
Wait, and this is like high school?
High school. Like I was like 16. Yeah, I was a junior.
Ago.
Huh?
Over 30 years ago.
It's funny.
I'm still holding on to the Busta Rhymes thing.
Yeah.
It was over 20 years ago.
Just messaged me because our 30th reunion is this year. I can't go that weekend because I have something else I'm already doing. Mm-hmm. But anyway, shout out to the class of 93 at Science High.
That's the year I was born, just to remind y'all.
Damn.
Anyway.
The year you were born? Hold on.
Yep. I was born in 93.
Wow.
He constantly reminds me that when we figured out, ever since we figured out.
I'm like, you could drink, he's not a minor.
Huh?
I feel like he's so young.
Oh, shit. You got to card him for his
right.
Should you be drinking that young man?
Right.
What was my point? Oh, so then I broke up with her to go date Margarita. And me and Margarita, and it was like high school dating, so it was phone calls.
That was her name?
Margarita.
She sounded like a problem.
It was funny because years later, I bumped into Margarita again because she went to the same college as my sister. I was visiting my sister, and now she was interested. I was like, yeah, bitch, tables turn. Got a little taller, slimmed out a little bit.
Said payback.
Oh, yeah. Boy.
That's happened a couple times after high school, actually, though. Pretty proud moments. Is there
you have a problem if those are proud moments?
You know what I feel like?
Wait, are you with your high school sweetheart?
Huh?
You with your high school sweetheart?
Not really.
Not really? Okay.
It's
I was gonna say.
Our story is weird. When I was 13, we was together for a year, broke up, and separated for 5 years, got back together, been together ever since.
Okay.
We wasn't in high school at the same time. She's like a couple years older than me.
Oh, okay.
Just 2. What you about to say?
I don't remember.
He lost it.
I was trying to actively listen. Excuse me. So 2 things I was gonna ask, like, do you feel like general, everybody's different. Do you feel like at a certain point women start to realize their worth like at a certain age and it gets better going forward, or you just think it's all over the place for everybody?
Honestly, I think that shit come from home.
Go on.
That's funny because I was thinking that.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, somebody with mommy issues, daddy issues, you know, it really stems from your self-worth really stems from that, from how you came up,
Okay.
you know, and how your parents saw you and how your parents taught you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm actually excited to see like this generation bring up their kids if I live that long. You know what I'm saying?
It will be interesting to see what their kids are like.
Because I think it's gonna, like, I have a lot of faith in them. I mean, like, they like recycling, they care about the earth and shit. Like,
have you ever had any of them work for you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Go on.
But they're probably pains in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Because they give a fuck about working conditions. You feel me? Like, which means that I just feel like they're just gonna raise just people on steroids. You know what I mean? Like better people.
I agree and disagree because I was saying to somebody, I was having this conversation the other day, and I was like, it's interesting how they won't like we'll put up with bullshit, right? More so, my generation the most is because we're the generation after baby boomers, so we're trained work ethic, work, and you just that's part of the job. You're trained to put up with bullshit, and a Gen Z will be like, I don't like that the break room is just white. I think it should be colorful and I don't have to put up with this and I can go work somewhere else. And that's how they think. And so do I think sometimes I think it's a little irrational? Yes, but the fact that they put themselves first, that is kind of dope. But I'll even speak for me, are so conditioned. I was saying to Amir the other day, you know how many stupid phone calls we get at work, right? We get stupid phone calls.
I done hung up on niggas a lot.
And I'll be like, I said, Amir, the people that are calling, these people own their own businesses. And they're dumb as fuck. And they're making it happen. Or at least they're seemingly making it happen. And look at me and you, two brilliant, bright motherfuckers, still working for the fucking man.
And we in here selling laptops.
And I said, not even. And I said, you know what the difference is? They're willing to forego responsibility and just take all risk. Like they'll be like, fuck this job. I'm just gonna figure it out. And it could be because I started as a parent really early, so I've never got to just be like, fuck it all. I'm just gonna take the risk. But maybe it would have worked. We had this joke at work. Me and my boss will play scratch offs every week. And he says,
y'all niggas old. I
mean,
you too, boss.
Whatever.
I was like, damn, you set yourself up for that one.
When you see the new shit and you're like, where's all this money coming from? You slinging on the side like, no, my scratch off paid off.
Say my scratch off hit.
So he said, he had this joke like, what's the minimum number that you would be like, fuck it and walk out? And my minimum number used to be 50. And then one day I said 30. I could make it, I could figure it out on 30. 50,000.
Okay.
Then the other day I said, you know what? If I had 10,000 after taxes, I would figure it the fuck out. Because what other time
you can get shit moving with that.
What other time am I going to have the ability?
Keep it moving.
Yeah, but right. What other time am I going to have the ability just to pour into me directly?
Yeah.
Like just focus completely on my shit. I know I would make it. Look at what I make happen for work. Look at what I made happen when we worked together. Look at what I made happen. Imagine I could take all that fucking energy and just completely laser line focus into what I'm doing.
I feel you.
So
yeah, my mother recently retired, and part of my speech was just that. She was at her job for 41 years.
The same job?
Yes.
Damn.
The same job for 41 years. And people do not do that anymore. You don't even hear of it.
Yeah, resumes me fucking said.
It used
6
to be
months here, 3 months here, 2 months, 5 months.
And we look at it as, this person ain't stable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's how I would look at it.
That used to be it.
But now
I don't think people look at that. They look at it as experience.
Yep, I was about to say, you just got experience.
I disagree to a degree. Let me tell you why. They did a study, even back when we worked where we worked, and they had said that they did a study that it takes for the person to perform like you want, it takes a year of them doing it, a year to 18 months of them doing the job to perform like you want. And I think that's reasonable, especially when you think of like even where we worked, the many different facets of everything that can happen in that building.
Mhm.
It probably takes a year to a year and a half to really understand everything that goes on in that building.
Bro, they gave me like 3 months. Not
Right.
even. I started closing by myself 2 weeks into working there. I never closed a store in my
But
life.
you're sharp. You're an exception. I'm talking about the average.
I gotta survive, motherfucker.
That's true. You know what I'm saying? But so if you constantly are turning over, what real experience are you getting? You're not even really learning the business that you worked at. My opinion. I could be wrong.
Nah, that is true. But with certain companies, they just looking for certain things. Like if you working at retail, they just want to know, do you know how to work a cash register? Do you know how to stock? If any of your shit's experienced with doing that, a lot of times they're fine with it.
See, and it could be again where we work, or it could be the state we live in. No offense. But people need more help, and they can't. I feel like they need people that can problem solve. Like half the times, my name is called over to walkie
For nothing.
probably 37 times a day, if I'm being modest, because somebody has a question. And 9 times out of 10, it's something that even when I didn't know it, I could figure it out. Like I could figure it out. Like, and it almost seems because this microwave generation hasn't really. You don't have to really do any research. You don't have to work hard to get information. It's very easy to get information.
Instant gratification.
Yet they refuse to get it. They refuse to use it to get
That
it.
shit's
So
stupid.
they just ask somebody else. And I've always wanted to be self-sufficient where I could figure something out on my own. And it frustrates the shit out of me. How many people come in the store to buy ink for their motherfucking printer and don't know the goddamn cartridge number? And I was like, can you help me find my thing? And I was like,
Or even
sure.
the
Do
brand
you
of
want me
the
to show you how to
printer, I'm
use
sure.
Google on your phone? Fuck.
Is it XL?
Oh, and going back to where you was trying to point something out,
What was that?
I believe,
I forgot.
I thought it came back to me. I believe in justice. Like when somebody was fucking up in class, I would never snitch. But if the person was disruptive and they were going to get in trouble, I wanted the person to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So
I
if
did that. My fault. Go ahead.
So if you made a mistake and passed on me in the past, and now a time comes when now you're hung up on me, that's justice. And that's why I'll remember those moments.
I guess that is
Wow,
justice.
we're back
That's
here.
a fucked up way of
Well, I
justice.
never answered the question.
That's a fucked up way of justice, but I guess that's justice.
No,
To me personally, once you passed on me, fuck you. Like I don't really care.
you know I
And in the
can't.
future, I won't really care.
You know I always ruminate on shit.
Yeah, you hold on to shit a lot.
No, because like if I really like the person,
Uh-huh.
not just an average anybody. Like I can't remember who those 2 people. Yes, I do. I'm lying.
I was about to say, don't fucking sit here and cat like you,
You
fucking.
absolutely remember.
Like you was really good
Like-
cat. like I know you too well, bro. I know
But
your
the
ass.
people that mattered, if I lost out on them for whatever reason, I wanted to think, what could I do to improve that I'm willing to do, right? Because it's all about me wanting to change for myself is most important, at least now. Not then. Then it was, what can I do so that the next time somebody of this caliber comes along that I don't lose them to this guy that don't have no aspirations and sit at home and don't work and treat them like shit
But you didn't
and
lose
cheat on
them.
them. Huh?
You didn't lose them.
You never had them.
I wasn't going there with it.
I'm sorry.
I wasn't going there with it,
You
but
set that shit up for me.
I did have it for a brief moment. But
that's not a loss.
does that make me wrong?
Yeah.
No.
It's
Like,
nah.
if I have an option of, we'll say Sally and Jessica, right?
These
And Sally's
names, bro.
I be trying to think of names that don't relate to no fucking body I really know, and I don't know a Sally
Sally sound like a maid.
or Jessica. So Sally's cool, right? She likes to watch movies. She likes movies I like, right? She really don't know what she want to do with her life yet. That's fine. She's 40 something. She don't know what she want to do with her life. That's fine. Then you have Jessica. Jessica's really, really smart. And Jessica holds me accountable and calls me on my bullshit. And Jessica has a plan. She hasn't fully seen that plan, but she has a plan. And she's loving and she's caring and she's funny. And then there's Sally that don't really pour into me, but she's got a big ass, right?
That's
would
where niggas fuck up.
Wait, did I mess them up? I don't remember who is who. Jessica and Sally. So why would I choose Sally and ignore Jessica? And that's what I feel like
who got
happens
the
all the
big
time.
ass? No disrespect. That's why a lot of niggas fucking go for the wrong one. They just
Sally.
looking at the physical appearance
Versus
not about
all
who
the
they
other
are.
things
Yes.
that Jessica has.
Cause you fucking stupid.
I don't-
And
I
you
feel-
are focused on the physical appearance.
I
You're
don't.
not
I
focused
feel
on what-
like they do it way more than we do.
yeah, cause a lot of us don't got no fucking choice. The fuck?
Wait, what?
We gotta accept what we can
Who's
get,
they?
motherfucker.
Huh?
They?
Excuse me, women.
Okay.
I apologize.
I'm
See?
just saying, like, what do
Accountability.
And
we?
then see, I just added on to it
Yeah,
by
dude.
saying they again. That's fucked up. I was supposed to notice you're fucked
See,
up.
Darien's grown because a year ago, Darien was like, you know we talking about them bitches. Hashtag growth.
Oh shit. Damn,
I'ma
I did
stop.
used to say that a lot.
You did.
Mm.
No, it's fine. Just live your truth, King.
I can't.
That's not my truth. Hold on. Nigga try to throw me under the bus, make me look like shit.
I got a question for we final thought. Based on what Jen said, you have a young queen at home. How are you going to make sure that your queen feels good about herself and knows that she's worth the better man?
Reassure her.
Okay.
And it was something else. I said it while you was I be trying to get my shit together, but it don't be working. But nah, I like the way I am, I always let her know how good she is, the effort that she puts in, like the shit that I see her do. Like, I feel like with like women, they need reassurance a lot. That's why like sometimes in relationships you hear your girl be like, yo, you probably think about them bitches or like some shit like that. It's not to come at you for anything. It's just they want reassurance sometimes so that they know they are where your heart is. And I just make sure I reassure her, make sure I be honest with her and just show her fucking love, man.
God, I don't want to be around that day.
What?
Because it hurts when you watch your kids get their heart broken for the first time. And I
Uh-huh.
only got to watch boys. But I can't imagine having a daughter and not going out and wanting to put my hands around this young man or young lady's neck that broke my daughter's heart.
I like shotguns.
All right.
My fault.
Jen,
I
what's
do.
your final thought? So I can save my man from the NSA watch list.
My
Yeah.
final thought. I guess to sum everything up, like, you know, when you're dealing with other people, you gotta be right with yourself before you even try anything with anyone else. And I think that's where a lot of people make mistakes. They jump from relationship to relationship. They don't do any self-exploration. Sometimes they don't even know what their favorite color is, like if they even like art, like they don't even know what they like because they're so consumed with the other person.
I self-explore every morning.
Yeah. So
What's your palm, nigga?
I meant meditation, sir.
Oh, my fault. I was like, nigga, hold on.
Sometimes that too, but I was particularly talking about meditation.
That's why Rahmonn come and work happy as shit.
Oh shit. It's so fucking hot. All right.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Sir, do you want a final thought next?
my final thought, be honest with yourself, know your worth, and continue to love everybody and try not to treat people like shit. It is what it is, though.
All right. My final thought. Ladies, close up here. Come on.
You might want back up.
That was a reminder for me to zoom in on the shot. Take time to assess. Because I believe if you're with the right person and you're pouring into that person and they're not willing to make adjustments for themselves primarily, but to make the relationship work, maybe look at that other guy that you're ignoring and not making a priority. It sounds personal, right?
That does sound personal.
Definitely is.
We learn from experience.
And if with that other guy it doesn't go right, blame Rahmonn. It's all right.
No,
it's
because
okay.
You know, a lot of you know that he ain't shit.
But
And there's some perfect.
man, look at the
It's my final thought.
Nah, this nigga, nah.
It's just like it's just
do this shit.
It's just, no.
Saying shit that you know's gonna get a response. You're like, nope, this final thought. We closing it out.
It's just like in the courtroom when I'm doing my closing statement. It's my closing fucking statement. You had the chance to make your closing statement.
Oh shit.
No, seriously though. All jokes aside, know your worth. Examine and know when someone is not on par with what you're looking for yourself.
On your level. That's what.
No, that's not what I was gonna say.
That's you looked at me when you said on par, not on par.
I felt your big ass head. I felt the shadow. It's like
Alright.
fucking being in the solar eclipse.
You
when
talking
you
shit.
turned
I'm
your
head
head
butt
over
your
here.
ass. Stop playing with me.
Yo, you got me real good last week when he was like, if you put his glasses on his nose. Anyway.
Shit.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Jen, for joining us. Hopefully you'll stay for the next episode. If Darien wants you to stay for the next episode.
My fault. No disrespect. This nigga be asking me questions.
He's
A lot
like, I
of
don't know.
times
She can
really
stay. She
don't
can
get-
leave. I'm fucking
Like it's a good episode. Like we gonna have fun with
keep
it.
running. Go. Anyway, thank you guys for listening and watch. Watch and listen because we had some great points. I think there was some seeds in there. Jen was holding back
Plenty
at
of
but I got her to I got it out of her.
Seed.
And yeah, check us out.
Spread your seed. Hold on.
well, cut.
I was doing the seed.
No more whiskey for
Make
Darien.
sure you follow us on everything at Warm the Crib across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. On TikTok, we are Warm the Crib Podcast. Go to the YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube Warm the Crib Podcast, and go get some merch. WTCmerch.com. We got everything that you look for on there.
Yes, I placed an order today. I'm excited to get my shit.
All right.
I'm excited to get my shit. Until next week, we'll see you guys later. Peace.
Damn, I was early.